Is Gladiator 2 a woke movie or a history movie? Let's talk about it. But before I start, I want to introduce myself. Hey, what's up, YouTube? My beloved husband, kind kindred, my fellow I-Sensitive friends and followers, and my fellow climbers and subscribers. This is your help by leader, Maggie Naked, to Walking That Bang Up 27, as everyone doing today. So, I just did some digging, and I recently did watch the trailer for Gladiator 2. If those who did not watch the trailer, I gotta say this trailer is kind of interesting because, of course, it's directed by Ridley Scott. If you guys don't know who that is, Ridley Scott is a famous director who did the Alien movie, the Prometheus, prequel, and now he's continuing his latest movie that he did in 2000, Gladiator, and now he's doing a sequel on it. So this is gonna be really interesting. But before I discuss about it, I want to warn all of you that I want to have my facts and opinions out. So if you guys here in the comment section, going back and forth by hating on me or cursing me out, do me that favor. Do not do that, because I will report you, and I'll make sure I contact YouTube, because I'm not a Karen. I'm just letting you guys know that I don't tolerate bulliness, cursing, or anybody in general going after my friends or especially my husband that's really close to me. Don't ever do that, because I'm watching you behind the scenes of the computer or my tablet over here, alright? I don't tolerate that. But other than that, like I said in all my videos, if you guys really enjoy it, press that like button. And if you're new to my channel, become my Hellfire Club, yes, smash and punch the subscribe button, and continue to support my channel, alright? And of course, down in the description below, if you want to follow me on my social media platforms, follow me on my X, my Instagram, my blog posts, my Pinterest, my Discord, my Twitch. And of course, as well, down in the description below, please check out my beloved husband, kind kindred. He is so unique and talented. I love him to death. So if you guys are in the HarperCollins publishing business or Scholastic, please feel free to contact him. He is really unique, and please check out my latest interview with him. And of course, check out my audiobook about his wonderful, incredible stories, alright? My husband's an incredible writer and phenomenal artist, so he will never let you down, HarperCollins and Scholastic, so please check my husband out, alright? Love you, honey. So let's get back to the video. So, like I said in the beginning of my channel, I just said that Gladiator 2 trailer just came out, and it looks kind of really like it's supposed to be. It's kind of similar to how the first one came about, but this time it's different. I can tell because we can tell that the actor of Lucius is different because they recast him and someone different. Then we have Pedro Pascal, who we all know from Game of Thrones and other movies, like the upcoming Fantastic Four movie. Then we have Joseph Quinn, who's also his co-star in Fantastic Four, and of course he was also in Stranger Things Season 4 and The Quiet Place Day 1. And now we finally have Denzel Washington in the picture. And I can tell that a lot of YouTubers, I'm not backlashing at them, they can say whatever they want. I can tell that from what I heard from Yellow Flash, right? He's saying that a lot of people are disliking the trailer because they are backlashing Denzel Washington, the music references, this and that. So, as a person who travels a lot, and I did some digging, which that's what I'm supposed to do before I talk about YouTube videos. I do research. I came across, a mixture of both the Wikipedia and the History Channel, and I did the digging. So some people probably will wonder, well, why is Denzel Washington in this? There's no people like him in that kind of movie. Why is he wearing an earring? Why is he looking like this? Is he an emperor? Is this woke? Is this not woke? I'm confused. Well, I'm gonna help you be unconfused. So, like I said, I did some research and I dig right here, and according to this, right, that there are a few people, or maybe some people, not the majority, but there are a few Italian people back then, ancient Rome. There were some people they described them as Ethiopia. And they describe them as another word meaning, black. So, according to this picture, you guys can see right here, there's a picture of a young man, or per se a middle-aged man. He is considered as in Ethiopia. And the skin tone is definitely dark. So they did had black people in Rome. So those who keep saying that, oh, was Rome only about white people, or this is this and that, technically no, per se, because you gotta understand that Rome is huge. It's a big continent. It's big in Europe, right? It's shaped like a boot, obviously. So if you look at ancient Rome, a lot of people who travel to different parts of the continent, like Asia, Africa, the Sahara part, and of course there's plenty of other Europeans like Greek and a few others, right? So there was like a mixture, so you can tell that practically Denzel Washington's character, he is playing as one of these merchants or one of the centers, one of those things, right? So what I'm guessing is when people go crazy about it, when they judge Denzel, they gotta look and read about these things before they start criticizing the movie, the director, Ridley Scott. Like, I understand that people are getting confused and they don't understand the logic behind it, but from what I saw and what I read, there are a lot of people who are dark skinned who practically not they didn't like always slaves, right? So you can't just assume that every actor who is dark skinned is going to portray a slave. This is totally different because this is during ancient Rome times, guys. Because ancient Rome is very iconic because practically they're known for being gladiators. Because think about it, there are people like they said right here, Ethiopia, right? They had abilities to either be slaves or gladiators or merchants, things like that, because that's how it is back then. So it depends on the system, it depends on probably your educational level or things like that. And that's my opinion. But I can tell that a lot of people in the comment section of the trailer and start disliking the trailer because they thought that, oh, Denzel Washington should not be in it, there should be a single format of acting, blah blah blah, why there's some rap music in the background. I don't freaking know. I think, in my opinion, they just wanted something, a modern edge to it because maybe he wrote the song. I don't know. Maybe Ridley Scott wanted like a interesting edge to it because probably they want something that will like draw the audience in. I don't know. Maybe that's how it works because he thought that will like pull people in. That's why I speculate, right? And from what I see right here, and according to what they said right here, and this is coming from Homer, right? And if you read this, right, this is his quote, right? And this is from the Odyssey because he mentions people who are Ethiopia. He says this, right? He says, but Poseidon was visiting the Ethiopians who live far away. Indeed, the Ethiopians who are the most far off men are divided in two. Some live where the sun sets, and some dwell where it rises. Poseidon went to accept a hecatomb of bulls and sheep, and while there he enjoys the feast. So, what he says here, right, that the people who they pronounce Ethiopia is another terminology by saying Ethiopian people because this is coming from Africa. So, those who get all ballistic and go crazy thinking that, oh, Ridley Scott's gonna make a woke movie because it had Denzel Washington, read very carefully before you judge, right? So, next time you see the trailer again, maybe dislike what you did or be careful what you say in the comment section. Maybe read what you comment on someone else's trailer or the studio's page, that is, because you gotta read these kind of historical documents because this is very interesting. Because me personally, I visited Rome and there are pictures and statues, and there are people from Ethiopia who did travel to Rome, not just for being slaves, but more like they were also gladiators. They fought in the Colosseum, and I visited the Colosseum, and it's huge. And I do have pictures, and I gotta say, it's a beautiful place, you guys. Not only I visited the Colosseum, but I got to see the Vatican, Pompeii, especially the volcano. and it's really close. I went to the Temple of Apollo. I got to see the bodies where they were like, you know, like when they were ashes. It is still intact. It is so incredible. I saw how they made the pipes. I saw the Roman baths. I ate my first slice of pizza there, and I gotta say, it's amazing, you guys. Italy has so much history, and I highly recommend it. And for those who are going to ask me in the comment section, oh, Maggie, are you going to see the Gladiator 2 movie? I'm going to say this right now to, stand up for the movie itself. I'm going to see it because as a person that loves history, not just medieval Renaissance period, but more like ancient history, like me personally, I love mythology. And what's funny is that my husband Kyle loves mythology too, and we like to read about it. It has interesting meaning to it, the fantasy, everything. But getting back to Gladiator 2, right? The story is taking place of the continuation when, spoiler, when Maximus dies in the Colosseum, right? And all of a sudden we figure out that Lucius is all grown up and we don't know much about him. We heard that he probably ran away, he secretly got married, or he decided to lose up his royal titles. That's what I heard. And he's trying to figure out what happened to his mother, which I noticed that the actress who played his mom came back, and we see a lot of references, and we notice that there's a new emperors. There's two of them, which is Joseph Quinn's character and another guy I never heard of. He's probably his twin brother, based on the ancient Rome history, because the character that Joseph Quinn plays, and of course Pedro Pascal, they are real people. You have to understand that Ridley Scott, he's an iconic director. He doesn't make random character up. Well, he kind of technically made up Denzel Washington's character up, but he is showing that there are some people out there in Ethiopia, in Africa. People were like merchants, senators, working for the Caesar, meaning the ruler, that is, if you guys know history. And it is very fascinating that he would actually go to the place, he'd go to Italy, do some research, because that's what filmmakers all about, because some directors don't barely do that. I can see maybe Steven Spielberg or, other directors, like James Cameron, but for Ridley Scott, he writes everything down, he goes to the place, he asks questions, he asks the people in Rome what's it like, what do they do. You ask questions to these people because you want to like interact with it, and that's how amazing it is. Because you want to know about the artifacts, the history, things like that, and that's what I like about it. And another example too, right? That if you are planning to see a movie, right? Let's say for example, I plan to do a movie about Medusa. I gotta like do a lot of research about her, and I gotta like dig up about it, right? I gotta make sure I go to the place, I take some notes, take pictures, do some sketching, have an idea. And to tell you the truth, I did went to Greece. I did went to the Temple of Athena. I went to the Temple of Zeus. Hercules, quote unquote here. So I get to see all these wonderful places. The people are so nice, and the tour guides are very wonderful people as well. I got to see the Trojan horse. I got to see finally the city of Troy, even though it's demolished, because back then it was the war between Troy and everything else, right? And I tried the food as well. I actually got some souvenirs and stuff like that. It's incredible to see that. But getting back to Gladiator 2, I'm actually going to see this movie because not only because I'm defending the film or supporting Denzel Washington, it's mostly because I noticed for a fact that not everybody is very supportive of the film because they assume that it's a woke movie. I'm going to tell you guys that's watching this video, it's not really a woke movie. I'm sorry. I don't know who right-minded would think that it's all woke. It's not. I'm sorry. Whoever thought about it, whoever posted on YouTube or Instagram or Twitter, aka X, who thinks that it's a woke movie, it's not. It's just a history movie that Ridley Scott came up with, and he had an idea to bring different cultures to life, because we already saw that there was a guy who played Russell Crowe's best friend, who was actually a slave but was a gladiator too, that was with him, who was in the Blood Diamond movie with DiCaprio. He was in it, so what makes any difference with, Denzel Washington? I don't understand. Oh, because it has rap music in it. So freaking what? So what? We had to have some different music to entertain the audiences, right? They want to see the trailer, right? You can't just expect everything to be, something what you like, every time. But what I can say is right now, to end this right now, just enjoy the trailer. Forget about what people say, and of course, just enjoy it. If you don't like history, that's totally up to you. You don't have to see the Gladiator 2 movie. That's totally up to what you want in life. You can see other movies that's based on your genre. I don't really care. I'm going to see it because I love history. So you can judge me on what all you want, but I'm gonna start watching it. I don't care, But other than that, I want to all of you that's watching it, if you guys plan to see the movie, enjoy it. Hopefully you guys like it like I do. But yeah, so let me know in the comment section down below. Do you think Gladiator 2 is a woke movie or not? And if you agree or disagree, so let me in the comment section below. And of course, once again, if you guys really enjoyed this video, press that like button and continue to subscribe by supporting my YouTube channel, right? And of course, continue to support my husband, Kind Kendra. His link is down in the description down below for his blog post. And of course, continue subscribing to his YouTube channel, alright? I love you, honey. So, thank you guys for watching. So, this is your Hellfire leader, Maggie Negan, the Walking Dead Fan 27 signing off. See you in the next video. Love you, hun. Peace out, you guys.